Okay, friends and P-Dub fans, I've stayed a few times at the boarding house in Pawhuska, and a lot of times after I've posted that I'm there on social media, some of my friends message me and say, "How did you get a room?" Well, every time I've stayed before now has been a room that I have booked when the bookings opened up. So last January or February, whenever it was, I booked stays in August 2018, and then December 2018, I chose weekends around my birthday and around the Pawhuska Christmas parade. And then when bookings became available at the first of, well, I think maybe September this past year, it was right after I was there when the bookings opened up for 2019. I booked around Mother's Day and my birthday again. And I think I was on there before it opened up to social media. But once it opens up to social media, within a day or two, every date is taken. And there will be some dates blacked out, but for the most part, the weekends go first, and then, certain weekends, obviously are more popular certain times of year. But tomorrow night, so it is New Year's Eve. Sorry, it's New Year's Eve. And last night, I just happened out here, and I'm on Christmas break right now, and I started looking at rooms, and I found an availability. So I'm going there tomorrow. I'll be staying overnight on the 1st. Now the Mercantile is actually closed that day, but you still have room service, and Pawhuska's nice when it's a quiet town and you don't have the crowds. And then of course the Mercantile will open on the 2nd, and so we'll be able to use our reservations and do all our shopping and stuff on the following Wednesday. But on Tuesday when I arrive, it's going to be pretty quiet. So I want to show you how to get a room at the Mercantile. So you click on the room of choice, you click, I gotta scroll down here. You click book now, and it's gonna say date unavailable, and then you go over here and you click on this calendar and you see if there's any numbers showing, which there happen to be. So next Monday and Tuesday, the photograph room has availability, and when you book those, you put 50% down, and to cancel, you have to call 48 hours in advance. So basically, if you don't book rooms during that first, few day rush where they open up like 6 months at a time or a year at a time, you're out of luck unless you use this method of just checking, just getting in the habit of checking and seeing what opens up. So we'll click book now. It says date unavailable. We'll click on the calendar, and then let me scroll down. Oh, look, that has an opening on the 7th too. So because people have to cancel 48 hours in advance, you might see bookings a few days or a week or so in advance. And because we have to secure these rooms months ahead of time, I don't know what's going to be going on September 1st next year when I booked around my birthday. I might have to cancel it, but it's there if I need it, and I won't lose money if I cancel ahead of time. So it doesn't hurt to, book it. Let's see what else is available. You just click on the room. Oh, and this one, it says like 203 or 303. That tells you if it's on the 2nd or the 3rd floor. I certainly like the 2nd floor because I don't love a ton of stairs, but I'm going to stay in all the rooms over the next year. So like as I book, I always book a different room. So when the boudoir was open last night, I looked over at my fiance and I was like, "Can I go?" And he goes, "I guess," because he has to work. I had to go without him, which I like to just relax and go there. But it says book now. So look, it's available tomorrow. I won't have this video posted in time, but there you have it. But you just have to look for these butterflies to turn to numbers to know where to book. Let me just show you what happens when you go like past. Okay, they haven't even opened these dates up yet. So, and it'll look different if you're on a phone. So honestly, I say use a computer. The boudoir. Let's see. What does it say? It says book now. It says dates unavailable. That's fine, but we know how to look further. That just says today's date or tomorrow's date's unavailable. But we can click here and see that there's nothing available right now in the coming months. But every couple days, or you can just be in the habit the same way you check your email, to go online here and see if there's any dates that pop up. If you know you have some time off or a free weekend, all you can do is look. And this is how you can stay. And there's been a lady who has stayed, she's from Oklahoma, but she has stayed in every room. So in the past year, she has found a way to stay in every room just by kind of watching for cancellations. I don't think I have the Emerald room booked yet, and I don't think I have the drugstore room booked yet. But with I've stayed in the ranch room. My mom and her friend stayed in the tack room. That was one of my reservations. I stayed in the photograph room. And then I'm staying in the boudoir. I think I have butterfly room booked. And then I'm not sure what room I have for my birthday. So I have to pay attention. But over the next year, I will have stayed in all the rooms. And when you go, you know, make friends with the people during the little happy hour and the little reception, wine reception. And they'll let you come see your rooms. Or if you want to see a room, just knock on a door. But the 200 rooms are second floor. The 300 rooms are the third floor. There is no elevator, but they will take care of your luggage and stuff like that for you. And I mean, if you have requests for weird things, like I usually have requested that there be cupcakes waiting for me in my room. And that started on my birthday. And then, like, on New Year's Day when I arrive, the Mercantile and P-Town Pizza will be closed, but I love that pizza. So I called today and I had them make my pizza, and they just have it for me in the refrigerator. So I'm going to have leftover P-Town pizza when I go there. So, you know, you can just ask silly requests. And the only request I've ever made that they couldn't accommodate was when I wanted a mixed drink, but I didn't want to go over to P-Town Pizza, which is on the second floor. I didn't want to go over there and get it, but I asked, oh, could they deliver a drink to you know, across the street, which obviously because of laws, you can't, you know, take a mixed drink, you know, out the doors of an establishment, so. But I tried. I didn't know if they could put it in a styrofoam cup and it'd be a closed container. So anyway, I tried, but I wouldn't want them to have done anything that, you know, was illegal. So that was my only request that ever couldn't be handled. But if you are a PW fan and you are dying to make a trip to Pawhuska, I hope these tips help you. That is not the actual front desk number, and you cannot book rooms by calling the front desk number. I do have the front desk number, and I'll try to include it down at the bottom, but I'll try to post it. But really, that's for if you have reservations and you have questions about it, or maybe you want to cancel one and move to another. Like earlier when I saw the drugstore room was open, she was like, but the drugstore room doesn't have a refrigerator. And I don't know why that is, because normally it does. But, and it was on the 3rd floor, and I was like, oh, never mind, I'll stay in the boudoir. So, but I mean, I called the front desk. They don't have the front desk number posted, but I will share that if you ask for it, if you need it. But usually you have it after you've booked a stay and they call you 24 hours in advance. You have it. All right, I hope this helps you make a fun trip to Pawhuska. Oh, and don't forget about the Frontier Hotel across the street. Those rooms are usually a couple $100, but like, there were rooms for $120. Like if I wanted to stay another day on Booking.com, they had rooms for $120, and that is a beautiful historic, over the top hotel that I do want to stay in at some point. I don't know if it'll be this trip, but I will stay there one day. I think the people that own it are the same investors that have the Mayo Hotel in Tulsa, which is a place I've stayed a couple times and really love it. So the Frontier. And I've heard really good things about the Gold Mine Hotel, which is an old school, the doors are on the outside, 1st and 2nd floor hotel. And I've heard good things about that place. It's been remodeled and it has great owners and it's clean and nice. So if you want to come to Pawhuska and stay and have a more affordable room, that's an option. So happy holidays.